Hello again, Nissan GTR fans, in cartoon form that is. I got this little box set of the Calsonic Racing Team variations. So here we have HR31, a GTSR, BNR32 GTR, BCNR33 GTR, and then a BNR34 GTR. So basically it's an R31, 32, 33, 34. I don't know what those extra letters mean. I just know them as R's. But let's see on the back. It's just some outlines, really. I think this is new. I don't think the tape's ever been broken. So that's kind of cool. Alright. Strange, the monitor went bad. I seem to have touched the power button to the monitor. I'm not going to compare it against photos, as that would take forever. So we're just going to look at the Choro-Qs as they are. So in chronological order, here we have the R31. It's got some nicely painted gold wheels, standard 5-spoke Choro-Qs, but they're gold, so that's kind of neat. I can see, well, that's weird, it's a totally blank bottom, but the standard construction, and I can see this old yellow and red spring motor here. All of these Choro-Qs are wind-up pullback toys, and they all have a coin holder. So if you want to do a wheelie, for instance, you put a coin back here, and they would just, do a wheelie. Okay. So this one has the Calsonic number 12 Team Impul, and it's got some silver painted headlights, some black paint in the vent, but none in the turn signals. I'm imagining that's what those rectangles would be. A little overpainting there. Okay, and then yeah, it's weird. It's an asymmetric front bumper. This side looks the same as the other. I'm now noticing there's a ridge in the window. The windshield has a sticker. This is a sticker, alright, but it seems to be still just as good as new. It's not peeling off or anything. Unfortunately, even though it's new, there's some scratches on the window. And so it's nice that it tells you this is an R31 and it's from 1989. And then we have some red paint here for the taillights, so that's pretty nice. The rear wing is actually molded in. It terminates here, but yeah, it's molded in. Okay. Alright, well, that one's alright. Riding stance, the front stance doesn't seem so bad, but the rear obviously is a bit gappy. Oh well. So an R32, I think it's this one. Yeah, from 1993. So again, we have 4 red taillights. This time there's no molding details. It's just a flat surface, it looks like. There is a molded in, but still blue muffler there. And then this wing here is a separate piece, is white. And then again, the tampo printing is nice. Number 2 car, some red rib there. Sticker again on the windshield banner. And then this time we have clear headlights and some molded detail there. A texture in the grille, and then some black paint in all these vents here, but not down here in the chin spoiler. Okay, this side looks the same. Standard white wheels here. And then this bottom actually has details from the high grade. And I don't know what that says, but this one is from 1990. Alright. Still made in Taiwan, this casting. Well, originally. Alright, riding stance is actually worse on both the front and rear. Oh well, it's too bad. But the body is all clear plastic. You can see here, this is all clear plastic. And then the rest of it is just painted very nicely. So they left the headlights clear. So that's pretty neat. Alright, R33. Now notice this one. The panel gap, you can see it a mile away, but and it's kind of lame. There's literally a sticker of a Nissan engine in there. It says RB26, yeah, straight 6. But, the body looks worse for it. That's really unsightly. The others don't have that issue. Okay, so this time the headlights are painted black as well as the grille, but the grille's got texture and it has GTR in the molding. There's a black license plate, more texture here, and then some fog lights, but no additional paint in there. But these vents, no paint, I don't think, but they're so deep they look black. Or maybe they are black in there. It's hard to tell. They look dark for sure. Alright, this time we have chromed 5 spokes. Printing on the side looks alright. And then again, some molded detail and some red paint here for these taillights. And this R33 is from 1995. We have some exhaust muffler tips here, 2 of them, part of the base. No paint though. This one is from 1998 and it's part of the high grade series. Alright, so standard construction again, and again it's a clear body painted blue. The very first one, I think it literally is cast in blue plastic. Because if you look up in the wheel wells, it's all blue in there. And then the canopy is a separate piece. Whereas these, they're literally just smoked plastic painted blue. Alright, so the last one, the R34, see again, no opening hood on this, and it looks better for it. Alright, so I'm going to imagine those are clear headlights because, right, again, oh, I might be mistaken though. No, I'm not. See this edge, this darkness, that's the clear plastic. Well, while we're down here, this is an HG, high grade, and it's from 1999. Alright, so this ran in 2000. Some molded details, giant red taillights, all 4 of them painted there, a separate blue wing, muffler tip details but no additional paint. And then the molded window molding here is just clear, but it looks black because the smoked plastic is so dark. Riding stance on this is just as bad as the others, so not so great. Standard white spoke wheels. Missing some paint here, those turn signals, but black in there. Missing black paint in the lower chin spoiler. But the grille has a nice texture, and there's an R. I almost think there's a GT above it as well, but it's really hard to tell. Okay, and then all of these things have these little stickers here. But the stickers are slightly different. At least from these 3 are all the same, except for the color. But this one is literally a different text. Alright. You know, I like these Skyline GTR so much that I think I'm going to do some wheel swaps. Give me a moment here. You know, I do like these gold ones, but I'll swap them out. Okay, so we have a bunch of wheels that are kind of close to the photographs. These are called Ingenuity. They're just alloy wheels meant for Hot Wheels, and I swapped the tires over. You'll never see the packaging say Ingenuity. You just gotta look up wheels that look like this if you're interested in these. I mount all my wheels with mounting putty, like wall putty, so it doesn't leave a mark, and you can make them steer and stuff like that. So yeah, this real car seems to have gold centered mesh wheels and then a silver lip, so I think that works pretty well. I did add some orange paint into those turn signal areas, but that's about it. Okay. The R32 here, these are not the exact same wheels, but they're pretty close. They're 5 spokes. I have the centers is white, and then the rim is silver, and there's a little silver back there on the brake system. Oh, I didn't even mount this brake properly. So this is again why putty is nice, because I can just simply rotate this so the caliper is in a horizontal, assuming it's somewhere horizontal. Well, actually there it's not, but whatever. You get the idea. Here the calipers in the rear. I don't know if that's accurate, probably not. But I just wanted to have it steer, just to have different poses. And then I added some paint to those bottom vents, and that was it. Oh, no, some silver for the muffler there. Yeah. I think there might be silver on this one. No, there are no exhaust tips on that one. Okay, well, the next one. The R33 didn't commonly run these wheels, but I like those wheels so much that I did decide to design them just for this Choro-Q. I couldn't find any side views of it So I just kind of went off these 3/4 views and guessed. Now looking at this now, maybe I should have made the center knockoff nut bigger, but it's good enough. I'm not gonna bother doing it again. So yeah, this one's steering again, and then I added a little bit of extra black in there. We're in some silver for those little fog lights, and silver on the little exhaust as well. Okay. And then the very last one, which I'm actually going to pull a Kyosho out to compare to. I think these are, I'm not sure if they're the exact same ones either, but they are 5 spokes, and I have the center knockoffs, color red on the right, blue on the left, and then the brake is part of the same 3D print. So yeah, and I have it steering again with some putty, and then I added some orange paint into the turn signals and some black in this bottom chin spoiler vents, and some silver again on the exhaust tip. So alright, let's get these things up on the spin thing and compare it to a couple other models. The Kyosho, I guess, would maybe be the first logical one, the actual scale one. So if this is the R34, here we go, the Kyosho. Kyosho did a good job with it, except it had a very high riding stance, so I've since lowered the stance a little bit. I have a video on how to go ahead and do that without drilling the base apart. So here's a top view. Alright. So that's it for the realistic stuff. Let's get into some cartoony stuff. So I have as I mentioned, a whole tray of Skylines, but first one I'm going to pull out is actually another Calsonic, but it's a Chibiko. So Chibikos are a smaller scale, as you can see, but they still have a lot of good details. Yeah. Alright, and then previously I have gotten this other R34, but it's from the JGT, the Super GT, so it actually is molded to be like a wide body, very much more like the photograph that I pulled up. Whereas I think this one is more like a street car body with the Calsonic livery, whereas this is specifically a race car styling that you know, Toonedx4 was going for. Boy, this is a little bit too close, huh? Let me change the camera angle to make it a little higher. There we go. And I'll focus on the middle. Alright, so what else do we have? So we have an R32, but it's got a Castrol livery. So I guess that belongs right around here. Then we have an R33 with a Clarion livery. And you know what? I think this hood opens as well. So for some reason, the R33s have this hood opening / weird sticker goofiness, and yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. Although the hood gap on this one is much better, it seems. You know, just comparing the two. Now, what do I do about the very first one, the R31? I think I have one. Well, no, this says KDR 30. As blocky as it is, I guess it's not an R31. Oh, my bad. Here's an R31, but it's a street version. Alright. And then some really old school ones, I think. This is like from that Seibu Keisatsu, but the very first one, not the Choro-Q 0. And I have a suspicion it might be supposed to be like a KDR 30 or a 31. I'll just put that there. And then here is a Choro-Q 0 version, so let's see if they look similar at all. I'm not sure. I mean, they do have rectangular headlights, but can't really see for sure. Alright, let's get those out. So an R34 with an opening hood that I have some Hot Wheels on, Hot Wheels Real Riders swapped over. There we go. Guess we can get the cheap eco out of there. In fact, we'll put up a Cookie Monster because the GTR is known as Godzilla. And I picked up this character. I think it's from a Japanese franchise, One Piece or something. I have no idea. I've never watched it. Oh boy, what else? There's an R32 again, I think. I have a whole bunch more R34s, but they're not going to fit. I think we'll call it a day there. That's, as I mentioned, for some reason, whether it's true scale cars or cartoon cars, it seems like the Skyline GTRs are the most popular, subjects. I very often say it's got to be considered the Corvette of Japan, right? Or whatever you think the most popular sports car is in your respective country, or it's the Porsche 911 of Japan. That might be a better analogy. All right, let's get this extra stuff out of here, and let's get back to just these Calsonics and a better, more human viewpoint. Maybe tighter. Well, as always, I do enjoy collecting these super deformed vehicles. There's just something about them, and for me, the hobby is modifying the toys that I get. I don't really modify my scale vehicles all too often because they look realistic. But when it comes to cartoon stuff, I don't really care, right? They don't have to look realistic, and so it's just I guess funner for me to review these things and just have more fun with them instead of being all serious and saying they're realistic or not realistic looking. Anyways, there's going to be some more Choro-Q Zero videos. I probably have like 20 or 30 of them just waiting to be reviewed still. So stay tuned if you like this stuff. If not, I'll still keep the normal stuff coming, just not as often because I kind of have everything I want in realistic versions. Alright, thanks for checking this out. I'll see you in the next Choro-Q review. Bye.